A cordial welcome to this webinar session 2. In the last class, we had practiced about to know the layout of the LaTeX document. We also learned how to insert the images, tables by using Text Studio inbuilt functions. We had come to know that how we can the given text can be converted as a itemized format. One more format is enumeration. At last, we had practiced about how we can insert the mathematical equations by using certain interesting online tools. So now we can just enter into see how we can label the given equation, tables, figures or section, whatever may be. Automatically it generates when you apply that reference. So that's what we are going to see over here now. So in which I can just go back to the Text Studio, what we had binded with the last class, the same text file I was opened here. In which, so here usually they will be listed here some mathematical environments. So you can easily pick under the option math equations. So here you can just call it out environment equation. So it was automatically generated label code. That means you need to give a name for this equation. So why not I can take the same equation which I have given in the last class, that is a quadratic equation. I hope you could remember that. I'm going to simply copy that same equation and then I can paste it over here. I believe that you can remember that option to build and view. Now we can see the output of this equation. See, automatically the equation has come with the equation number. So now my duty is to call the equation somewhere at the paper. So for example, why not I can just fix a position in this place itself, like from the equation. From the equation. So here obviously I need to use, so instead of typing the command I can easily pick from the LaTeX code. That is, under the cross reference I can pick eq-reference, that is equation reference. So here one dialog box will be open here, in which, so here it was assigned like key. So that was the name was given to that equation. So equation reference label was what we had kept to that equation. It was already pasted over here. So now if we could apply the compile process, so automatically the equation number is come over into the line. If suppose if we change the lines like quad represents the quadratic equation, obviously I should change over here also, otherwise it will show the error. Yes. Now there is no problem into that. So the same process you can apply for the tables, figures, whatever may be, sectioning. So now I am going to call it this preliminary function, preliminary section somewhere at the paper. Like first I should give the label to this. I can pick the label command from the LaTeX code. So I could even find the from the cross reference. First we need to label this as like I can just give the name like section pril. That's like a short form. So I can just use somewhere in the paper like in this section. So I should call this label in this position. So obviously I should go back to the position, that is a LaTeX command. So from which I need to pick reference. So if you apply that, automatically this dialog box will open. So in which you can just see the section dot preliminary command, which has already given the as a label for that section. So if you press that OK, automatically it generates here. Now if you could compile it, you can see the output. Yes, section 2, in the section 2. So likewise you can just give the reference, cross reference for the table also. So here already I used one table, so in which I am going to give first I should give obviously the label to that table. After that I should call that. So here first I need to give one label to that. Under the same option, cross reference, I can pick the label. I can give the name like normal. After that I should call that somewhere at the position from table. If I use here under the same option, I should call that table like cross reference, reference. So here I need to pick, see, normal. That was the name which we have kept for the table. So here if you compile it, see, in this way it was generated. So in this way you can easily give the cross references to the table, figures, sections, equations. So this is quite easy process. I can go back to the slides. Now we are going to see about how we can generate automatically table of contents, list of figures, list of tables in LaTeX. However, MS Word has upgraded in their level to generate table of contents, but still there are some complications. We need to do some manual works to create a table of contents, list of figures and the list of tables. But it is not needed to do in that LaTeX. Instead of that, we are going to just simply put some of the basic commands. Automatically it generates table of contents. So now we can just go back to the Text Studio, how it works. Okay, so already we had just prepared one article, so in which I just wanted to create one table of content. So now I am going to use a command from the LaTeX. So it was there already, /table of contents. So if you could compile it, you can see the output. In the very first page itself, it was shown the table of contents. Automatically the page numbers also generated. So at the same time I need to know the list of figures. So I can even easily pick from the existing command. So also I should know list of tables. So I can pick the same. So if we could compile it, see, so it was given name like list of figures 1, because still we didn't give any caption to that figure, that's why it was shown as a blank. So if we could give the caption to that figure, so which was already given like, so yeah, here caption was given as the empty one. So if I put here like casing ducks, now you can see the output. You need to compile 2 times, then only your table of contents and then the list of tables will be generated. See, it is beautifully generated. If you could create some dummy images, automatically the page numbers will be modified. For example, if I put here some dummy pages, randomly I can put one more dummy page. See, it was moved to somewhere. This is one of the great advantage you could see at LaTeX. You could just see the advantage only when you are writing your thesis, then only you will realize this complication part will be done by using simple basic command. So at the time you are supposed to replace this article by report, that is the template of thesis. In the last class, we just discussed about what are all the LaTeX compilers available at offline mode. Now we are going to see what are all the LaTeX compilers available at online mode. So because in online mode, what is the special advantage? So it is not needed to install any more softwares like BibTeX, TechLive and then TechStudio. So simply by using web browsers, you can just upload your text file as a project. You can easily execute your PDF. That is a highly appreciable advantage which is available at online LaTeX compilers. So we are going to see some of the popular online compilers, among which I would like to recommend you Overleaf. So that will be the major one. So most of the persons would recommend it about to use Overleaf because it has some special features. I would like to show one by one. Firstly, I need to show one thing about tutorials point, one more online LaTeX editor. So I'm going to get into that website. So I can copy and then paste it over that at Google. tutorialspoint.com. So this is the online LaTeX editor web page. So appearance will be like this. So here it was predefined one article template is there. So if you are supposed to have your image files and then text files already you have maintained in your desktop, simply you need to sign up here and then you can just upload your files as a project. From then you can easily compile your document. Here special features will be, you can see some of the mathematical notations will be given as a default one. See here you can pick a lot of options will be there. So likewise you can collect some more notations will be there to pick easily. So this is about the page of tutorials point. This is one of the online LaTeX editor which is also popular one. Next we are going to see about Overleaf, that was recommended to you. The appearance of the web page will be like this. So first you need to get into your Overleaf by using your Google account also. That means your Gmail account. You can even sign up. Already I signed up, so I can directly get into that page. So after that already I had practiced some of the projects over here. So your once if you are created your Overleaf account, it will be blank for yours. So you should create your new project. See here you can create on a new project, blank project. So here I can give one name, LaTeX webinar. After that, so your project has created successfully. It will show into your dashboard. Yeah. So automatically it reverted into the page of compiler page. So here also you can find the parallel window which will show to compile your text file to show your PDF file. So here there are some blank space will be here. So here there will be an option to upload your documents. So from which you can easily pick your document from your computer. So I can pick the document what I have just already done at page which is already shown in Text Studio. So I could open it. So I am going to simply copy entire things as a project. So I can just open it. So it takes time to upload all the files. Once it gets uploaded, you can just see the parallelly it can getting uploading. Yes, now we can go to the respective text file what I have already corrected in Text Studio. If I click this, so here the main feature, you can see some real-time generation which is not available at Text Studio. So here if you could press auto compile on. So whenever you are started type here, automatically it generates PDF. It is not needed to put every time build and view command. So automatically just generate your PDF whatever you have commanded as tick. See here, first time you need to compile it. Yes. So it shows the same thing what we had already shown in Text Studio. So here, as I told you already, so this is a real-time web page. So here you can just type something. Usually it takes time to compile. See, I didn't put any mode like recompile. Automatically it just accepted to recompile it, and then see, that's it. So this is the main feature about Overleaf. It's a real-time web page. So that time you need to switch over that on button from that under the option auto compile. Okay. So likewise you can see some more special features into this. If suppose if this project is collaborated with other authors, for example your article may be associated with other two authors, maybe you are with your guide and other fellows. So that time you can even simply share this present page, present text file easily by just click into their mails. Like for example, I am going to share this into another mail of mine. So if I put here, so I need to put here can edit option, then only they can edit parallelly at the same time what you are doing that. So once if you are editing here, it shows to someone who is already collaborated with you. So that's it, you can close it. So here I started to share the things screen to the someone what I have just shared with another collaborator. So there is one more feature. See here, if suppose if you are already just shared with someone which you are being as a co-author to your paper. So if he is doing corrections into this text document, that time you can just give the comments manually. Like for this page, like you can give comments like this. So that time even he also comment back to your comment, like see, and then you could reply to that. So likewise there are some more good feature into that LaTeX, that is Overleaf. So this is one of the important feature in Overleaf. So because every time you could not carry your desktop, you could not carry your or laptop with you. So that time if you just save your project into your mail, either at mail, at the same time you can even save your LaTeX file into Overleaf itself. That will be in a safer side. You can easily take out that, you can create project in Overleaf, you can run online itself without requiring any MikTeX like Text Studio, Tech Live, such kind of softwares. It does not expect you to install it. So it is a better way to run your text file at online. So these are some special features which is available at LaTeX, Overleaf. So at the same time, there is one more feature. You can just simply select and then you can review it. So that is the similar process how I have showed you comment, the same process. Next, there is one more prominent feature into this Overleaf. You can find one option is here is just submit. Once your paper has been built up to submit at journal, you can directly submit here by picking out the list of journals. What journal you wish to submit, you can directly pick from this page itself, directly submit the present LaTeX to the journal from this, because the Overleaf is associated with many academic journals. So that is a prominent feature of this Overleaf. With that, I just wanted to show one more thing in Overleaf special features. So I should go back to my project. So there I could open new project. So in which I can see view all options. See, if you just go into that, you can see some templates page. So you could not find this kind of number of templates anywhere, because this is a higher one repository of about maximum number of templates will be there. So here you can just find under the classification like academic journals. If you click into that, you can find numerous collections of journal templates, likewise bibliographies, books, calendars, resume. You can even select perfect resume for your future. Like I just wanted to show some of the resume models over here. Into this, see here it was listed some of the templates about CV. So it is not needed to download something like, so you can just simply double click it and then it automatically enables into your Overleaf, because already you are logged into your Overleaf account. So automatically just get into your Overleaf account. Yes, so now if you could compile it, you can see the output. If you want to edit your name instead of whatever existing already, so you can just easily do some process. Within 5 minutes you can just generate a resume by using this kind of templates. So not only resumes, you can find some more projects like presentations, Beamer presentations, thesis. So for example, you can just see Beamer presentations will be very nice one. If suppose if your equations will be high in your presentation, it is advisable you to follow the Beamer presentation. It shows highly professional. So you just kindly take down this Beamer presentation. So for example, if you just press it over here into that Beamer presentation, you can see open as template. You can see the template. First time it takes usually time to generate as a compiler. So once first time it is generated means automatically it will not ask you to take delay. Okay, that's it. So by which you can just directly give away what are all the additions are needed. You can just insert your equations, whatever you have already prepared in your LaTeX. You can simply copy and then paste it over in the respective places. You can export it as a PDF also. So here there will be some option will be here. So you can just simply download this as a PDF. You just download it to your desktop. Okay, so that's it. So likewise, if suppose if your document is needed as a source file, for example, if your LaTeX code is needed as a complete project, so that time you need to pick the menu bar, so from which you can find the option is called source. So if you press source, it just download as a zip file. See, it downloads as a zip file. You can even run this document in your text studio also. So sometimes it is not required, it is not wish to apply into online mode. That time it is also carry over the same corrections whatever you have done at Overleaf. You can just simply download as a zip file. You can just extract it in your desktop. You can compile in your text studio itself. That is the offline process. So likewise, I just wanted to show to you one more format of thesis also. You can find the numerous collection of templates of thesis. So you can see some of the beautiful collections of thesis over here. So I hope that it surely will be useful to you when you during the time of writing the thesis. So that time you can prepare on thesis by picking out one good model from this template. So simply pressing out and then open as a template, it automatically redirects into your Overleaf account. You can simply edit and then you can export it as a PDF. So it looks good. So these are some templates. So kindly don't note down this Overleaf web page. This will be certainly useful to you. I can go back to the presentation. Okay, these are all the special features in Overleaf what we had discussed now. So there are some special features. You can just export your PDF. You can even save your PDF into your online. So at the same time, it is real-time track changes will be available there. It's a highly repository LaTeX templates. So one more thing I just wanted to intimate to you. So here in Overleaf, so I have just mentioned one web page over here. So here if you just get into that web page, it shows a complete tutorial about LaTeX. So it was even started with learn LaTeX in 30 minutes. See, you can see that learn LaTeX in 30 minutes. So it was clearly pictured out how to insert the images, how to bold the figure, how to bold the text, how to italize your text. So likewise it was just given very detailed manner. So I hope this web page will be very helpful to you. It was just created by Overleaf. Previously it was associated with Share LaTeX. Now both the web pages are combined. So anyway, this web page will be helpful to you. So kindly note down this web page. So if there is any required to know about the environments, mathematical environments, list of packages, you can easily pick from this classification. I have listed you already what are all the LaTeX compilers available at both online and then offline. So now I would like to show you one interesting Android app which you can easily download from the Play Store. That app name is called BibTeX LaTeX editor. So I like to show one video which I have taken from my mobile as a screen recorder. Wait for a while, I'll just open that file. So here I would like to show one video to you. See here, this is the app you can simply download from the Play Store. So once if you install this app, you can just simply open your LaTeX document which you have saved already in your file manager. It may be zipped, it may be extracted from your mail. So you can just download into your file manager. If you could open it, so it directly redirects into that Android app. So it is quite usual what you are following in your text studio. So there is an option is called generate. So once if you press it, so you can just in a second you can see the output of the LaTeX code. So because every time you could not carry your desktop with you, so at the same time you could not find the online compiler also. That time Android BibTeX editor will be quite useful to you to generate your existing LaTeX document. So you can even edit, you can manage your projects into your Android mobile itself. So this is the one page, this is one app I just wanted to show to you. Next we are going to just see about how the references can be managed in your LaTeX. So this is the part after the conclusion. We are supposed to cite the references, which section can be just generated as a reference section. So I was just simply classified this into 3 models. So first model, it is a manual entry model. So first we are going to just see the thing how it happens in your LaTeX, that is Text Studio. So I am going to simply copy down this code into your Text Studio already existing one. So it is a manual entry model. So there you are supposed to put here begin bibliography and then end bibliography. So here you may raise one question, what is that item? Bib item is nothing but bibliography item. It is going to itemize bibliographies in a formal order, like bibliography itemize 1, likewise. Instead of typing bibliographic, I would like to just show to you one easier way to import your bibliographies in an easier manner. So that is citationmission.net. So citationmission.net. So if you just enter into that web page, so here it will be provided one option is called create citation. After that you are going to create a bibliography for website, book, journal. So I need to create a bibliography for journal, so I should pick the option journal. After that, so I can just give the title of my journal name. For example, I would like to give the name like chemical graph theory. So after that I need to put search button. So it will show the papers, what are all the availables related to chemical graph theory paper. So here I am going to use cite this paper with who is a well-known author. So here I am going to simply press cite. After that I need to confirm 2 times. So last process is complete citation. That's it. Your citation has been created. So here it was simply created with the model like IEEE journal. So here IEEE. Suppose if you want to change the style of the bibliography, so here you can just simply pick some more options here which are listed here. So here you can even type. So I just wanted to change this model into the option like discrete applied mathematics or discrete mathematics journal. Yes, Elsevier journal. So here if I just change to that, automatically it the corresponding bibliography syntax also changed. Yes. So I am going to simply copy and then paste it into the bibliography information, first bibliography information. So here you should put some cite key to that, then only you can call this somewhere in your manuscript. So here I can just give this as like tr, can start from the author's name, and then I can give the year like 18. So that was a cite key which is imported from the bibliography. So I am going to call this in the introduction like, so here I should use here, obviously I need to cite the paper 1. So simply I can press here cross reference. Last option is before to that cite So here you can just, it is required to write down the exact key, so you can simply copy that key and then paste it over there. That's it. So after that you need to compile it. So if you could compile it 2 times, see, it was cited as 1. So this is the way you can follow by picking out the journals or book names manually from the citation machine.net. Instead of typing, it is advisable way to follow the website citation machine.net. This is the model 1, manual entry. Next model, now we can see the second model to just manage references. Here whatever may be the BibTeX files, so you would have seen this kind of BibTeX formats in many of the journals, like export as BibTeX. So you would have noticed it. You are going to simply copy down the BibTeX and then you are going to maintain one database file as .bib file. That is a major task you should do. Once if you are maintained for the earlier paper, that means first paper, it can be retained as the till your completion of your thesis. That can be the fixed one as a bib file. You can just store all the papers related to your topic. Once your database is created, you can just generate references for all your papers with that single bib file itself. That is an easier work. So I'm just going to show how to create the bib file in your by using Text Studio itself. So here, so I'm going to just simply create a new document. So this file must be saved at the same place where your paper as text file is available. So I'm going to save in the same folder. So here I'm going to give the name like first publication. So roughly I have given some name. So after that, so it was created as text file. It is not required to create as a text file. So it must be just generated as a bib file. So I should rename it its format. So here it must be entered with .bib file. Yes, it was saved as a bib file. So now you can open it and then you can just save multiple number of database which you have whenever you are just seeing as a bib file, you can just save into your database as a repository. Once your paper compiles, that time by using your site reference key, you can automatically generate the references. So now I would like to show you how to generate this kind of references BibTeX. So by using Google Scholar itself. So here you can just I'm going to get into the website Google Scholar. So in which, so I'm going to type some paper into that. So why not I can type the same paper what I have typed there. So once you typed it, you can see it is actually book. So here I'm going to cite this by using this option. So here you can see BibTeX format is there. So here you can just simply press it and then you can see the option like this. So your task, you need to copy and then you are going to paste back at your bib file, not in the text main file. You are going to save in your bib file. So after that you can just press simply Ctrl S. It is saved automatically. So likewise you can just find some more papers, you can copy and then paste it in your bib files. So I should copy one more paper. Why not, I can copy this paper and then paste it back into your same bib file. Yes, so now it has saved with 3 papers. So now I am going to simply call the papers which I have maintained in the file bib file. Here I may have 100 papers, whatever may be the papers count, that is not a problem. Here what are all the papers you are going to utilize in this present article, that alone will just explore as a references. So other papers will not show into your reference section. So that is a major advantage to create as a bib file. So I'll just show the example to that. So here I'm going to simply copy down the key, site reference key of this book, so that I could use here somewhere. So before that I should remove this because this was the older model. So instead of that I should call the bib file into this present article text file. So how I am going to call that? So just simply you are going to put, you need to call the corresponding bibliography file from your option LaTeX. You can find bibliography. From there you can pick bibliography, so in which you need to pick the bibliography file name as what you have maintained. First I think this was the name which I have kept for that. Yes. So after that you need to do one more thing. You need to fix a bibliography style. So that also can be taken from the bibliography option itself. Bibliography style. So that may be plain. That is actually one of the default style. So if we could compile it, it does not show any kind of references because you didn't cite any references into your page. So for that, first I need to cite any one of the paper which is from the database. So I am going to copy this and then I am going to cite it into the introduction part, like somewhere. So I am going to cite here. So for that I should pick the option cite from the same cross references before to the last cite. So here you are going to paste the cite key what you have taken from the original bib file database. So if we could compile it, see here, paper has cited the number as 1. So at the same time you can just go to the reference section. So it was automatically added as the reference number 1. This is the easier way you can follow this. It will be easier to just write down the thesis. So that time only you can just understand the fruitful of this method. So anyway, so here you can even save up to whatever may be the number of references related to proceedings, related to article, books. But once if you call that, it alone generates as the references. Other references will not be shown into your reference section. That is the major advantage of creating bibliography using model 2, that is BibTeX type. Next we are going to see the third model to cite the references. This is a reference manager. At the same time you can even use this as a file manager of whatever the number of PDFs can be viewed by using this Mendeley software. So always I used to keep this in my desktop page itself because it is one of my favorite software. Yes. So this will be the logo of this app. So here I have saved around 600-700 papers into this Mendeley manager. So here I just wanted to say first feature of this file manager, that is reference manager. So here you would have saved around 600 papers. That is not a problem. If you want to search a paper, that paper in somewhere pages there may be some word you would have read. So if you want to pick the paper by just searching the name, whatever the technical term which you have read once. So if you want to search a name, like for example parameter, so it always filters from the out of 600 papers, it just filters exactly papers, what are all the papers which are having this word is called parameters. So you can easily pick the document and then you can view into the same file manager itself. That is a major feature of this software. I was really admired when I was installed this software. So I hope you'd like to do this. When you do the literature survey, that time it will be quite useful to you to filter the papers into your required whatever you are expecting to filter. So this is one way of a feature. One more thing, you can use this software even to cite the references, like how we have followed the BibTeX type. The same process it can be done by simply dragging to your the reference manager. If you just drag some PDFs into this reference manager app, automatically it generates as a BibTeX. That is one more beauty of this software. So I'll show some examples. Before that, I should create one folder. So see here, I can create one folder. So like second pub. So why I have created this folder means, I'll show the example. So after this, if you could open it, it shows an empty folder because I didn't save anything. So here I'm going to simply drag down 4 PDFs and then I'm going to paste it over there. I can select these 4 papers and then I'm going to copy into that. Yes. So now if you could click that, you can see all the 4 papers. Now, so here likewise you can just simply drag PDFs from some other folder. You can just paste it into the required folder, destination folder. So after you save the papers, you can just simply press here. The option is called tools. So in which you can find options. So there you can find the option is called BibTeX. The same process what you have done there in the model 2 manually, it does not require any manual work. It automatically exports as a it generated as a bib file database. So here I could show one to you. So before that you need to press here create one BibTeX file per group. After that means you are created one folder means for that particular group it is needed to generate one bib file. That is the meaning of that sentence. So here first I need to make sure in which path it has to be saved. So I can simply browse this. I can keep better from the desktop what I have saved my LaTeX file which I am using now. So here I can fix the destination source. Yes, so automatically it saves at this page. So here now you can just go to the page that is what you have saved. So here see the miracle, automatically it generates. So if we could open it, you can even open through Text Studio, see the wonder. So whatever you have done so far in manual model 2, Mendeley software has created automatically. It has created one bib database as a separated automatically into your respective folder as with respect to the fields of articles, books and other models. So now you can easily drag down your site keyframes and then you can paste it in your required paper places. So this is one way to just maintain your references in an easier manner. I should come back to my slides. In your article documentation, obviously drawing the diagrams will be the mandatory one. So in which I would like to recommend you to draw your figures by using Macromedia Flash. So your output will be highly professional. So I just wanted to show our interface of that quickly. So here you could see the interface of that Flash 5 software. So here even though the software purpose has created to just create animation by fixing the multiple number of layers. So but here we are going to fix this software for our article documentation to draw the diagrams by fixing the single layer only. So why I am just recommending this software means because here the interfaces will be just a resemblance of paint. So it is quite useful, easy to draw the figures. At the same time you can just draw the figures in a professionally manner. So here I would like to show unto you one basic animation structure which is drawn at Flash. So here they are fixed as a multiple number of layers and then they are drawn this structure. So I just wanted to show to you like, so here you could see the animation. So this is the original purpose of this software, to create a basic kind of animation, among which I am just showing to you one of the basic animation which drawn by using Flash to you. So here we are not going to draw like this kind of GIF images and other things, animation figures. So here we are going to just simply fixing as a single layer and then we are going to draw the structures like this. So easily you can export this as a EPS, JPEG and then other image formats like PNG. So that's why I am recommending this software, because of the reason resemblance of the interfaces will be exactly like paint. Next I would like to show to you one of the highly computational online tool is called Wolfram Alpha, which is it's a computational knowledge engine. It can give the exact answer to your question. You can give your question like integration of this part. It is not required to type as a comment. You can just give a question as a word also. It can automatically convert as a syntax as a question. So it generates answer in a short manner. So I just wanted to show to you an example related to that. So I can go back to the Chrome. So here so it could provide not only maths problems, also physics, chemistry and other subjects problems also. So here I just wanted to show to you. So these are the problems related to that. So in which I am going to just try one problem related to differential equation. So I can try one problem like x square y triple dash minus 2y dash equal to 2. So if you press enter, it takes just 5 to 10 seconds to say the exact answer. Yeah, it has given the answer. See, you can see the particular integral at the same time complementary function to that. So here there will be provided one more feature Step-by-step solution also will be given to you. So here in desktop it is required to have pro version, but if you try this same in your mobile browser, automatically it shows all the solutions whatever you have given as a problem. It can give even a step-by-step solution without expecting the pro version. So this is the way. This is highly computational intelligence software, so you can, because it is associated with Mathematica, so what are all the problems you are just wanted to know the answer without installation like installing Mathematica software, you can even try at the online itself. So kindly note down this software. This computational tool will be highly helpful to you, so kindly note down this. Last one more thing I just wanted to intimate to you, one more useful app, that is MATLAB mobile app. MATLAB mobile app will be very useful to you. It is advisable you to download and then carry it your apps from your Play Store, because when you compare with your desktop or laptop, it gives a minimum execution time. So it is needed to create only one thing. You are supposed to create a MathWorks account from online, and then you can just do the manual work, addition, create and then plotting in your MATLAB mobile itself. So with that, I just wanted to show you two screenshots from which I had taken from the MATLAB mobile. In the first one is code, second one is the output of that. So likewise you can do anything as a computation in your MATLAB mobile app itself. With that, I would like to close the session. I believe that I have fed something to your expectation. The main intention of this webinar is to feed the knowledge about the LaTeX without memorizing any LaTeX comment. Instead of that, we can use some of the basic online tools. We can just explore LaTeX in an easier manner. That was the major motto of this webinar. I think I have fulfilled that slightly to your expectation. So kindly do practice into the kind of 2 sessions so that it could be easy to handle to your knowledge. So I would like to thank the management of St. Mary's College, Thoothukudi, especially the principal sister, the HOD Department of Mathematics and the organizer of this event. And also I should thank all the active participation. It was just immense pleasure to have with you all for the past 2 days. So at the same time, I am just requesting you to kindly provide your valuable comments so that it could be molded myself. Thank you all for your active participation. Thank you. Happy taking. Thank you.